Here I am making a new video in my movie machine. It is a asset management and AI first video editor with human in the loop so that you can modify things as you go. We generated the references for the characters and now we're generating the scenes. When generating the characters, you can update the characters via text and then it'll change just the thing you asked to change. We also then generate a detailed scene with a background and then generate the individual clips. The clips have descriptions for the images and descriptions for the action of the video. Sometimes you get weird results, but then you just change it and reroll, or you can update it as you go. This is making it easy to do the reference management, as you can see, as well as the asset management of how you've updated all these images and then gotten the clips and then gotten the updates to the clips once we get the clip editing features involved. This is only about 3 to 4 weeks of work, and it's getting better very quickly. There's a number of things that I'm still working on, including just always improving the prompts, of course, getting layering in, making an import reference so you can upload your own imports for the references. That is mainly around the scenes. I'll have to see if I allow it for the characters due to deepfake concerns. The ability to edit with references so that you can add somebody into a scene or refine a reference in a scene based on the reference image. The audio is currently just a single music clip that I had already imported, and I'm working on getting sound effects and audio and lip syncing integrated soon. The final export is still not there. I need to integrate it with FFmpeg and allow final export. So in the end, I had to export these clips from this tool into iMovie, which is where I did the layering on and that final title card that you see at the end. I'm also working on adding in history and states for the references and for the clips, so that if you do an update to an image and you don't like it, you can easily revert, or for references, you can have a character like get injured, change clothes, and that injury state or clothing state change will be reflected going forward, and you can also easily refer to the previous state later on. In the middle of the clip, I ended up fixing a bug that was causing some jitter on some of the clips that you'll see right here, where it's not actually playing through the clip. I stopped, fixed the bug, came back to editing. This entire video is at 8x speed, so that you're not just slowly watching me do all the work. But if you multiply out the time, it's still under an hour to do the entire video creation and editing from pretty much nothing. I was basing this video on one of my favorite songs from Suno that I generated a while back. It's about how my cat wakes me up in the morning and wakes my wife up in the morning. So when you're going through all these clips, you always get the option to regen. You can also edit the generation text into whatever you want and generate, or you can always directly modify the image with that how would you like the background modified, how would you like the image modified option. This makes the asset management and reference management so much easier than doing it all bit by bit. With all the different tools out there, you have to switch between tools to get the references and then the video, and then you're managing all those files all over the place. It can be very difficult and time consuming just in managing references and managing assets. So here, that's all taken care of, and it makes it really simple and easy in this scene-based format. I also want to re-emphasize that this is AI first video editing. This is not going to be your standard video editing tool set. It is really meant to be used with AI generation at its core. And then also, it really needs human in the loop to get really good output. I'm working on the prompts regularly, but I still think having that human in the loop to do the video updates, to do the image updates, and structuring the plot after it's generated, structuring the story, and giving that core of the story is really important. I'm targeting good storytellers, people who have a really good and important story to tell, but can't raise the millions of dollars required to do a standard production. Here, this entire video generation was under $20 in generation costs. And the time to do it was an hour. Whereas doing anything like this in a normal production cycle would be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, even for a small thing like this, as well as taking days to get all the shots, to do all the editing. Admittedly, you don't have quite as much control, but you can slowly get there by doing these iterative updates instead of just the, okay, we have to go back and redo a shot. I'm working on making more tools that will allow for the clip editing. Oh, here's a really interesting bug. Because I named my character Archer, it was giving a generic Archer and was losing the reference because of the apostrophe S and not seeing it as a single word. I'm working on fixing that bug, but also when you have your character names, give them unique character names and it'll be so much easier on you. When you're doing those reference-based image generations, it is looking at the text and the tag that you gave it, the name you gave it in that reference screen, and using that very specifically in the image generation so that it is like that. Like if you say over character 1's shoulder looking at character 2, it will be that layout instead of character 2's shoulder looking at character 1. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Archer wakes me with a boop, orange tabby in the loop, jumping down then on the floor, paws pattering out the door, follows close as I arise, morning hunger in his eyes, rubs my leg affection clear, cuddles close when I appear. Meow meow at the bedroom door, won't be quiet anymore, eager paws for fancy feast, not so much a gentle beast. Steph now wakes up to his call, follows closer down the hall, food on hand at last his dream, savored bites like sweet ice cream. Morning mission now complete, finds his spot between our feet, purrs like music soft and sweet, perfect end to hunger's beat. Meow meow at the bedroom door, won't be quiet anymore, eager paws for fancy feast, not so much a gentle beast.